Hey, and welcome everyone. Welcome. All right, I'm here to talk to you about a few things. Okay, so there's a few things I want to talk about. I've been watching a tremendous amount of. Hey, so this is how you become successful on Twitch, blah 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 blah, and I just want to give my take and react to that, and share my experiences. A disclaimer before you get into the video: I'm by far not I'm by far successful on Twitch. I'm in no position to tell you how you become successful, but I have a few things that I think is fundamental, and I have a lot of experiences towards what works, what does not work, and stuff like that. Okay, so I got a glass of water. I'm gonna take a sip first. Okay. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so now that we have established that I can't pretty much like make you successful, that's something you gotta do all on your own. I can. I want to start by sharing with you why why I'm making this, and what experience I have in the back. So I've been active in within content creation for like the past decade, about like the past decade ish. Okay, since I was like 11. Well, not particularly since I was 11, but I started playing Minecraft when I was 12. I got my first Minecraft account when I was 12. I started playing Minecraft. It was like during slightly after the beta thingy. It was in like it was in like 1 point something. I think it was in like 1.3, maybe 1.3, maybe 1.2, something like that. I can't remember. It was like a really early version. It was like with the it was at the same time as like they had the early version of like modded Tekkit, you know. That it was just that early, where you had like this box window where you just had to choose between like Tekkit and uh what was it? It wasn't a fancy launcher. It was just like, oh, okay, so you gotta select it. Yeah. Um, it was really old packs as well, so I can't remember them all. Okay, so I had an account on Justin TV. I didn't stream on Justin TV because I didn't have the equipment and the ability to. I moved slowly over to Twitch. I created an account on Twitch later when they did switch, and then I started streaming shortly after. Uh, so in during like the period in like 2015, 20 ish, I started streaming. I streamed on and off. I probably streamed before that actually. I started streaming when I started playing CS:GO, which was in when I was about 14-ish. So I had played Minecraft for like 12 until I was like 13-ish. I played Minecraft for about a year or something, and then I maybe 2 years, and then I played Counter-Strike. Um, when I got into upper secondary, no, into kind of like the older school set. Okay, so I got really good in FPS especially. Enough. Gonna continue. Going on, continuing. Jeez, I'm rambling. Um. So I've since then since I started playing CS. When I got really good in CS, I've decided to start streaming, and I streamed. Well, I started streaming on and off before that even. Yeah. So I started streaming on and off just for fun. Then I streamed to when I realized that I got really good in CS, I could actually be playing pro within like various FPS titles. That's how good I was. I could actually pass as a pro player, but I didn't because I wasn't popular enough, which was an issue. So I started streaming to get noticed for my CS:GO skills and my FPS skills, and then later I just streamed for fun again. I grew before I stopped streaming for a while. I played with 3 streamers in particular, all ranging from 10 viewers to 600 viewers. I had a gaming group. I managed to grow my own stream to 20 viewers before I had to move for life stuff and stuff like that. Simple. I then, upon my return to Twitch, I created a dating show that never got put into motions. Actually, let's talk about what happened first of all with the streamers before I traveled and did stuff. So I got on the auto host list for one of the streamers. I got mistakenly taken. The audience mistakenly thought I was the manager for one of the streamers. And the third streamer, which was the smallest streamers, having like about 15 views ish, was just a prick essentially. We had a lovely friendship as long as it lasted, but when I started streaming, suddenly the small streamer was like, "Nah, fuck off," and it was like bad. While the 2 larger streamers didn't care. They was like, "Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll add you to my auto host list." It's all good. Yeah. So moving on. When upon my return, I got back and I created a dating show. I influenced, and I consider myself the father of Twitch Versus. I don't care what people say. I'm proud of being a part of it, and I'm proud to have achieved what I've achieved. Simple and easy. There's nothing I can do about it anyways. So I'm just proud of being a part of it, essentially. Even though no one really knows, which is fine. I don't really mind. I've also created a feature within GTA RP. So I wanted to do some GTA RP and I created this amazing character. So I had an idea, feature, whatever you want to call it, that would add a lot to the RP experience and kind of just add some quite a lot of value and content to the server. So I did that. Well, I did write it all out, and all of this is stuff that just never has been done really. Then Devin Nash talked about Twitch Versus. I reached out and was like, so there's a few things you're missing out on here that you should be talking about, and he ignored me. Harris Heller mentioned it. He ignored me as well. I did reach out to both of them. Just FYI. I don't. Yeah. So, moving on. GTA RP. I did that stuff. I also did try to network and collaborate with people. So I would be active in a Reddit forum, just writing my experiences and stuff, like yeah, just kind of sharing my thoughts and takes. And people would reach out to me and be like, "Oh, so can you help me with this and blah blah blah? Can you look at blah 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 blah?" And I was like, they was generally asking me for advice at that point. So I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll help you out and stuff like that." So blah blah blah. I was actually helping them out, and then I thought like, there was one asking me to check on their voice changer and stuff like that. So I did. Checked it out and all of that stuff, and I was like, this would be awesome to do. It would be awesome to do a podcast type of thing with you guys on this one, because you guys are doing something really interesting and I like it, and I wanna talk about it. And it was like, yeah, sure. And I asked for their Discord, and they never gave me their Discord. So I ended up doing it all on my own. So I did the content on my own and kind of like, okay, fair enough. I'll just do it on my own then. um, which this is all leads to what I have to say later on. By the way, I have also done. I have been coaching my parents' business for 5 years within mindset coaching, and I was like, I can help streamers with their own mindset because I think I noticed that a lot of streamers looked. A lot of small streamers in particular, not the big ones. The big ones are fine, but the small streamers in particular have uh, most of them, many of them, especially those I've seen, have such a horrendous mindset that can change. So I wanted to talk with them, just kind of be like, so let's just take a look and see if we can open up and see if we can open up some unopened doors and see some opportunities that you probably didn't think about. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help small streamers with their mindset. I didn't take any money for it. I didn't charge anyone for it either. I didn't mention money. Okay. And then I went on Twitter and was like, I set it all up. I put a lot of effort into formulating and kind of looking into the values of how I wanted to do the coaching and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm ready. I've actually been coaching the business for 5+ years, and together we have actually during the coaching with the business, we have discovered various fears that we have taken a look into. We have seen a lot of new opportunities for the business. The business is still kind of but we have made progress, and the progress, that's what's matter. Yeah. So it's not my job to make for kind of to make people successful. They kind of have to make people themselves successful in that matter. My job is through coaching is simply just saying like, oh, so have you tried this thingy, or have you looked at this one? You can do this one, or within the business that I'm coaching right now, we're actually talking about how they're writing stuff and how they're formulating stuff to their audiences, and I'm like, so you should instead write something like that because that sounds better, or yeah, whatever. And then they would be like, oh wow, I never thought about doing that. Oh my god, insane. So that's kind of what I wanted to do, and I wanted to reach out to smaller streamers and help them with mindset coaching and help them through mindset coaching. It wouldn't. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Anyways, moving along. I did that. When I put all on Twitter, I got demolished. Okay, I got called a scam and a fraud. I did, and just keep this in mind. I didn't bring up money. I have been coaching a business successfully for over 5 years now. Okay, so when I say coaching successfully, I mean that the business have not grown because I'm not a business coach. I'm a mindset coach, but I am thinking about growth in terms of the minds. We have expanded the horizon and vision of the business. And we have opened more doors and kind of gotten more insight, if that makes sense. I do hope it makes sense because it probably sounds crazy and probably sounds like a fucking nutcase. Anyways, that's so I got demolished on Twitter for that. I didn't bring up any kind of like, oh, so you gotta pay blah blah blah. You know, I did it for content. You know, I wanted to do mindset content because it was, first of all, it was unique and no one did mindset coaching on Twitch. And because I wanted to make a change on Twitch, you know, I wanted to make the Twitch community more tight knit. You know, I wanted people to actually speak to each other and people to work with each other. That was my goal, and I wanted to achieve that through mindset coaching. Um, anyways, that went downhill. So I deleted my Twitter, and I just went on with my life. So that's all I have done. That's all of my experiences so far. Actually, I have a few more, but I'm not gonna talk. uh, I'm gonna do that part later towards the end. It's a lot of promotional stuff, so I don't want to bore you with that now. I'm actually gonna address a few pointers. So right now, people are so back in 2015 to 20 whatever, before I left for school and studies and stuff like that. It was perfect. Twitch was the perfect platform. But now there is 6.5 million unique streamers basically fighting. They are selfish and they don't care about anyone but themselves. Okay? That's how it is. It's harsh, but it's the truth. And that's how it is. People don't care about networking. People don't care about their audience when it's concerning smaller streamers, because people don't do viewer games. They don't actually connect with their chat anymore. Whenever I join into a small stream chat, I just don't get through to the person. You know, I'm just genuinely trying to create a conversation. And I got an example. So I entered a small streamer chat once, and she was like talking. She had a guitar and a drum kit inside a room, and I was like, "Oh, so what's the story behind the drum kit?" You know, and I expected some sort of like story and explanation, how she's related to drums and whatever, you know. Uh, and then she just was like, "Oh yeah, I have a drum kit," and then just flat out ignored me, and I was like, "Okay, bye, see ya." Just wanted to know about the drum kit, man. Because I'm a drummer, you know, so that was like, oh, cool. I want to know, you know, that, but there was nothing. So that's number one. There's like, people just are selfish, don't care. People are not committing. That's number two. Probably the biggest one. There's no commitment at all. Now, just before you go and press the trigger button, okay? We're talking about smaller streamers. We're not talking about the big streamers that has more than 1K views, because they are in a league on their own, and they don't need the kind of like small streamer whatever, you know, because they're already big. And it's the bigger your audience gets, it's the harder it gets, okay, to actually be the same, okay. So just keep that in mind. um but yeah, that's and when I say small streamers, we're talking about everyone having from 0 all the way to about 600 views, okay, or maybe slightly more, below 1,000 at least. Okay, that's what I consider small streamers. Uh, okay. So moving along, there's no commitment, and people are selfish and they just simply don't care. I reached out to Devin Nash and Harris Heller about Twitch Versus. They didn't care, just because I don't have influence. I am not rich. I'm not famous. So why should they care? You know, that's how it is. Okay, so moving along. During this video that I watched with tips and stuff like that. He was like, "Oh, so you should start streaming for fun," and I am strongly disagreeing on that one. If you are streaming, you need to pick the platform based on how your stream is gonna be. If you are entering to stream for fun, go into a platform that is created for you. Don't enter the big ones, Twitch, Facebook Gaming, or YouTube, just because you're gonna stream or you're gonna stream for fun. Just think about it. You got smaller platforms. You got DLive, you got Trovo, and you got Glimished. Glimished is actually probably the go-to for smaller streamers at the moment. I would strongly suggest moving over to Glimished if you're streaming for fun. Okay, now I'm gonna talk you through why I think that is important, that you should consider that. You need to decide: are you gonna stream for fun, or are you gonna stream and make it a business? So, if you're gonna stream for fun, pick a platform that is created in such a way, like Glimished, because there's a few things towards why. Okay, first of all, it's not a business streaming platform. It's not a business. First of all, well, and then secondly, the discoverability is better, way better. And third, you're just having fun anyways. So why should you enter a oversaturated platform just to have fun and then get your morale and all of that destroyed just because you aren't growing? Okay? All right. So that's what you should think about. Glimmers actually take 50-50 of have a 50-50 split on subscription, and when you sign up for Glimished and kind of just go through all the kind of basic stuff, then you as a streamer get a sub button right away. You don't need to get to affiliate to get the sub button. You know, you can just get subs right away, and you get a sub button right away, and you get half of the revenue from each sub, so you get $2.50 instead of Twitch, which doesn't give you half. Yeah. Well, at least not in the beginning, because you need to get to affiliate, and affiliate is hard. Well, it's not hard to get to affiliate, but yeah. And what I'm seeing is so many people like, oh, I'm gonna get to affiliate. I need affiliate. But they don't really need affiliate. If they're streaming for fun, they don't need affiliate. You know? They don't. They don't. And they don't need affiliate at all, to be honest. Okay. So moving on. Moving on. That's if you're gonna stream for fun, just pick a small page that's better suited for your needs. Okay, if you're gonna make it a business, then and if you're gonna make your stream a business, if you're gonna make it a career, and if you're gonna stream on Twitch, Facebook Gaming, or YouTube, which, okay, let's face it, Twitch is a business. Facebook Gaming is a business. YouTube is a business at the end of the day, okay? So if you're gonna stream on Twitch, which is a business, you need to treat your stream as a business, you know? You need to provide some value in your stream that makes it a business, okay? There's the only exceptions to this is actually when you reach the top 1%. Because if you look at Soda Poppin', he is just playing whatever and he does whatever he wants. And there's a few reasons for that. And that's because if you look at if you look at all of them, okay, XQC got discovered through Overwatch. He played professionally Overwatch and then he blew up on Twitch, okay? Um, Soda Poppin has been there the entire time, you know. So he got that's how he got known, pretty much, you know. Summit got known through Facebook, no, through esports. That's what I meant. And Miskiff is a leech, essentially. He's just been leeching, which, you know, he admits openly. So if you look at it, like, that's just 4 or 5 examples. But if you look at them, because the way they have been, the way they have blew up was through, they didn't blew up through streaming. They blew up through a something else. So yeah, they and considering they are kind of considered being so old school, they don't need to put in uh kind of like, oh, so now it's now we're gonna do this and blah da da da. They can pretty much do whatever they want because they already are at the top, so they don't need to separate themselves in that way. If that makes sense, I hope it makes sense. Yeah, it's weird. Uh, moving on, moving on. Not gonna into um. So then you have the business aspect of it. If you're gonna go into Twitch and your stream, you need to make sure your stream is, first of all, you need to treat it as a business, as I mentioned, and you need to, yeah, you need to create something unique, and you need to put in effort and planning into your content. Okay, and I'm gonna get into all of this in relation to my future plans, which is quite exciting, and I'm quite excited to put it all into motion. Um, so um, I that's what you gotta do, okay, and then you just gotta just don't go in the pitfalls that we have discussed with, like, you need to be committing, you need to commit to your work, you know, you need to commit to your plans and all of that stuff, you know. It's a business after all, and you should treat it as a business. Okay, so the only way you can get discovered on Twitch and Twitch alone, okay, uh it's not impossible to get discovered on Twitch, okay. You can, but it's close to impossible. First of all, you are competing against 6.5 million streamers each month. So you need to stand out. You need to make something different. And you need, if you put effort and energy and plan your content, the content will be better. The potential audience will be sticking around, and the following you get, you know, all of this makes sense. You don't need to be a rocket scientist or a successful streamer to see that if you work with your product to get it to deliver a good product, the better audience or the more following you will get from it. You know, if you're making the best nail polisher in the world, you know, you would pretty much just demolish the competition, you know, and you will get a better audience than all of the other nail polishers. So, yeah, that's a good enough comparison, and a relevant comparison for that matter. Um, so just make sure you don't fall into any of those pitfalls within commitment. You need to be committed, and actually you need to care about your audience. You know, don't fucking, yeah, don't be a selfish prick. What I'm saying, don't be a selfish prick. There's way too many already. We don't need more of them. Man. Okay. Moving along. Um, on Twitch, you are. It's close to impossible to grow on Twitch alone if you if you do not have, if you're not rich, first of all, if you're not rich, you can't afford the right equipment and all of that stuff. If you don't know anyone, if you don't have friends, you're basically, yeah, you're doomed. um, and if you don't have any influence, or if you don't know any that got influence, then you're pretty much lost. That's just how it is, and that's the harsh truth of it all. You know, I know it sounds really dick to say it, but it's how it is. Um, yeah, and that's why think it's so important for smaller streamers to be more inclusive of their community, to play with their community, to engage with their community, because there's so many small streamers that just doesn't. And I see it on a daily basis, and I'm like, bro. And that's why I'm making this, because it's just been grinding my mind for so long. I need to say it, and I need to just share the message with you guys, because it's just been going on for too long, and something needs to change. Okay, so moving on to the next part. To be successful on Twitch, Facebook Gaming, or YouTube, you need to do one thing. You need to market your stream, and you need to market it goddamn well. Okay. That's how you become successful on those platforms. Okay, myself, I am useless. I can't market my own streams. It's impossible. People just hate me. You know, people just hate me. Whenever I post something on Twitch, no, on Twitter, that hey, I'm live, I'm playing this game, and I have like tags, blah 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 blah. No one cares. No one gives a shit. You know, I use like all the classical streamer tags you would use, like hashtag Twitch affiliate, hashtag Twitch streamer, blah blah blah. No one gives a shit. No one cares. You know. Occasionally there's a few people liking the tweet and actually engaging with it. A few times there's a retweet, but usually there's dead. It's no engagement because people are selfish and doesn't care. Okay. Sorry, Mac. Sorry, that's how it is. I don't mean to sound like a dick, but it's just how it is, and that's my experience. Other people might have other experiences, so please leave your experience down in the chat. No, down in the comments. Wow, I've been streaming way too much. Okay, anyways. So, if you want to get seen or noticed or be successful on Twitch, you need content, you need to plan it, you need to put effort into it, and you need to market it. So, this leaves me to the end of the video and the end of the talk, which I'm gonna share some exciting news for you guys. In the description, there's various links, and I am now starting to create a clothing brand or a clothing store or whatever that I want to incorporate with my streams, as well as yeah, stuff like that. So what my plans are in the future, because I have some incredible plans. I have created. First of all, let me start backwards and move into the present. I have spent the past few months creating a 1-year plan for my content. After my studies, when I get my degree, I'm gonna dedicate myself entirely 1 year, 364 days to streaming. And I'll be going live every day doing something. Which I'm not gonna tell you because it's a 1-year plan and it's valuable content. It's content that never have been done on Twitch or any platform ever before, not even YouTube. And I'm really excited to share that with you and do that stuff with you all. Okay? All right. Moving on. So I have a 1-year plan, and to follow up or to with entering that 1-year plan, I have planned out a launch party or launch event, where I will be hiring a marketing manager, because I can't do the marketing for myself, so I need someone professional to do it. So I've hired a marketing manager. Well, I'm gonna hire a marketing manager for that. I'm still working out stuff like that. And I'm trying to find brand deals, sponsorships, whatever I can get to for that event to get there. So the entire event, ladies and gentlemen, the entire goal and purpose is to build a audience that I can go in to 1 year of content with. So the launch event is just created to basically be dedicated for growth. So I'm not focused on getting a fortune right off the bat. I'm gonna do this right, and I'm gonna focus on actually growing before I start focusing on the business aspect of revenue. That's how it is. But I need to support that with something, which leads me to the present, which is why I came up with an idea of making a clothing brand. And the idea actually wasn't in the beginning. When I first got the idea, I didn't think of it as something that would be supporting my streaming adventure or my dedication for streaming. At first, it was like a sort of thing where someone told me like, "Oh, so why aren't you? Why are you single?" And I was like, I don't know. You know, I don't know. And I still don't know, to be honest, you know. So I had amazing idea of what I could do. And that's where the clothing line got in. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something really, really, really smart. I'm gonna make a good icebreaker t-shirt, and I'm gonna make a store. I'm gonna make a clothing line, and I'm gonna make a store of it, and I'm gonna make new designs and make a clothing line, essentially, just for that reason. And that was kind of like the ignition of it all. And I was like, yeah, okay, let's go. I'm gonna create a clothing brand. And then I gave it some thought, and I was like, okay, hold on. I can sell this T-shirt not only to myself, because I was gonna make a custom T-shirt for only myself at the beginning. But then I was like, you know, why don't I release this T-shirt to the public and let everyone buy the T-shirt? Yeah. Or merch or whatever, you know? And then I thought like, okay, I can incorporate my stream stream things within my oh shit, within my store. So I can, and I was like, you know, oh genius, I'll put my badges and emotes on the store on a t-shirt and stuff like that, and people can buy that as well. Genius. Oh my god. Whoo. And that's what I did. So any minute now, you can pop down with the link below. You can buy the merch if you want. And I will be, so I was like, okay, so I'll market, I'll set aside some money, I'll pay for some marketing and some advertisement for the clothing brand, and we'll take it from there. That's how I did it. I am excited to see how everything turns out. That's my plans for the future. More information will be coming, boys, ladies and gentlemen. I will give more information when the time closes in, you know, and there's more to share. When I can share more. But I wanted to share my experiences, and yeah. If you're streaming on Twitch, treat your stream as a business. Put some effort into your stream. Plan your stream before you're starting streaming. And yeah, treat it as business, and don't be a selfish prick, and actually have some empathy and care about the people in your chat and your fellow streamers, for that matter, and be inclusive. Okay, don't be a fucking douchebag like I've come across and experienced from people. Okay, do we have a deal? I hope we have, and yeah, that's what I wanted to share and tell. I'm sorry for lasting that long, and I'm I'm a talkative person, and I talk a lot of, yeah, I talk a lot. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Treat your Twitch streams as a business. If you're streaming for fun, go and stream on smaller streaming services like Glimished. You're gonna have way more fun on those services rather than on Twitch, and you will get more discoverability options. And if you manage to grow your stream and it goes well, you can always make the move to stream on Twitch, and then bring your audience or your business, so to speak, over to Twitch when it's become a business. Or you can keep streaming on those smaller pages and just keep your small business tucked away on one of the smaller services, you know? Okay, that's all I had to say. I really hope you guys watching this learned something from it. And yeah, good luck streaming. All right, peace out, boys, and I'll catch you guys later.